We all know that the PDP had their NEC meeting yesterday, and in the process of the meeting, there was a face-off between Dino and the former governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom, who is a member of the G5 governors, with Nyesom Wike.
I am telling you that if I am on my feet and I will speak. I am on my feet and I will speak. I am on my feet and I should be allowed to speak. I will speak. And he's not the only one.
Amid the crisis in the PDP, Dino asked, why will Samuel Ortom be present at the NEC meeting after openly pledging to support Tinubu in 2027 election?
The governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom, has assured that the group of 5 governors within the People's Democratic Party will support President Bola Tinubu's re-election in 2027. The former governor pledged their support at a luncheon hosted by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, in Port Harcourt. The group of 5 then governors had rejected Atiku Abubakar as the party's presidential candidate before the 2023 poll last February.
Let us work, because Nigeria cannot exist when we have no Nigeria. But if we work to ensure that Bola Ahmed succeed, there will be tomorrow for anybody to even contest election at all. Our leader, Governor Nyesom Wike, have already made a declaration that in 2027 we are supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have nowhere to go, because that is what Nigerians believe. Even the past administration that took Nigeria from top to bottom, we allowed them to work for 8 years. So why can't a seasoned administrator, a seasoned politician, in the person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to rule us for 8 years?
Also, we all know that Wike is now showing supremacy in PDP. He now feels he's bigger than Atiku and other top PDP officials. After the NEC meeting, it was said that APC have disowned Wike, saying that as an outsider, he will cause problems for the government. Let's hear the full detail.
You are all witness that today's press conference is part of our routine public engagement in support of the Tinubu administration going back several months before, during, and after the 2023 presidential election. We are here today because a worrisome dimension has crept into the body politic of the Tinubu administration and is eating deep like a cankerworm into the fabric of the nation, destroying trust between the people and the APC-led federal government. The name Nyesom Wike has become synonymous with controversy and unguarded pronouncements, not minding whose ox is God and what the larger consequences may be. This summarizes the character of the person who sits as the minister of the FCT in the current administration. As an outsider in government, ordinarily this man should have been the humblest man in this government, with a pleasant disposition and kind words. This, unfortunately, is not the case. The case is that Wike is projecting himself as the Lord of the Manor and a knight in a shiny armor, driven by nepotism, conceitedness, and narcissistic posturing. The new agenda is not new to you, gentlemen of the press. You will recall that long before the electioneering process for the 2023 general election took roots, Anna, in the spirit of fairness, has been in the forefront of projecting northern values of fairness, trust, and friendship, and rallying support of northern Nigeria for Tinubu Data from the last 6 election cycles indicates that the North controls 73% of votes that makes anyone president in Nigeria. Arewa New Agenda helped in getting majority of these votes for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last presidential election in the country. It is on record that Anna did the following among other things. 1, serve as the umbrella network for more than 126 groups and associations, forming a common front for the presidential campaign in 19 states of the North and FCT in favor of the APC and President Tinubu. 2, facilitated the training and retreat for the Tinubu and Shetima grassroots movement that later transformed into the Independent Campaign Council that anchored the presidential campaign at the grassroots. Developed strategic campaign messages that all the ICC state chapters use for mobilization and delivery of votes for the president in 2023. 4, serve as the vanguard providing responses and countering negative insinuations from opposition quarters, such as Pa Ayo Opadokun, who said Northerners were deceiving President Tinubu and will not vote for him. We responded to the former President Chief Obasanjo's open letter that attempted to misdirect Nigerians during the collation of the 2023 presidential results, and when some unscrupulous Nigerians flew the kite of an interim government ahead of the swearing-in of President-elect, Anna did counter these views on record, and the rest is now history. 5, Anna is on record to have convened series of dialogue sessions to support key policies of the Tinubu administration, such as poverty reduction, peace and peaceful coexistence, and benefits of the renewed Hope agenda. Anna has been engaged in the support and promotion of good policies and actions of the Tinubu administration under the leadership of our convener, Senator Ahmad Abubakar Mualaidi, who incidentally is the MD of Integrated Facility Management Services Limited, the contracting firm managing the International Conference Center in Abuja. The Minister of the FCT, in his usual elements, recently took to the media, saying he has revoked the management contract of the ICC and threatened to shut it down. This action of the minister is irregular, devoid of due process, and without regard to fair hearing. Minister Wike, in purporting to terminate the management contract between Integrated Facility Managers and Abuja Investment Company Limited, exhibits ignorance of what the ICC as a global standard event center stands for. The ICC is the #1 event center in Nigeria. It is the go-to venue for international organizations having events in Nigeria. At the time of Wike's purported revocation of Integrated Facility Managers management contract of the ICC, a number of international organizations have booked the ICC for their events. These bookings are for the whole year ending December 2024. The threat of the minister to close down the ICC has impacted negatively on these bookings, which are third-party contracts with clients locally and internationally. The threat also hampers international business drives away foreign investment, and kills growth and business prospects at a time the country needs this the most. Putting it straight, the action of the minister amounts to economic sabotage and should be so seen by his employer. It is worth noting that the facility managers of the ICC, Integrated Facility Management Services Limited, has remodeled the ICC to meet global standards. By integrated facility management remodeling of the ICC, the center is now a flexible venue that can be customized to clients' specifications. The facility depicts opulence and refined aesthetics of the modern world. In the circumstance, it is very distressing hearing Wike saying he is going to renovate the ICC when no assessment has been carried out and no performance audit has been done in the ICC. As it stands today, the ICC is in its best form, delivering first-class and five-star services to its clients. To embark on a so-called renovation at this time is to engage in a wasteful exercise. If it is not broken, why mend it? We hasten to state that the ICC is managed by integrated facility managers under a subsisting management contract with Abuja Investment Company Limited that has provisions on how the contract could be terminated. Without recourse to the management contract provisions on termination, the FCT minister took to the air announcing he has terminated the contract. This action of the minister is irregular, against fair hearing and the rule of law, and unhelpful to the Tinubu administration. Simple. The FCT minister cannot do what he is threatening to do because it is against law, fair hearing, and has no place in governance and service delivery. The FCT minister's despotic and nepotic profiling of the North, going after the businesses and social interests of individuals and groups that are bona fide APC members is unhelpful to the Tinubu administration and paints the picture of one undermining his master in a veiled effort to further his political nest against 2027. By his action, Minister Wike is pitching the Tinubu administration against Nigerian citizens by depicting the government in bad light and creating confusion where none exists. Minister Wike is an unrepentant member of the PDP who placed a curse on himself should he leave the PDP. Being in the main opposition party, he might, as a presidential candidate of his party, be pitched against Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. Undermining the Tinubu administration the way he is currently doing, therefore, would, in such scenario, serve him well. In the circumstance, we urge the President to call the FCT Minister, Mr. Wike, to order by 1, stopping the media charade of the FCT Minister of revoking the management contract of the ICC subsisting with Messiah's Integrated Facility Management Services Limited. 2, insisting the minister has recourse to lay down procedures if he wants to interfere with any contractual engagement between an institution of the FCT with other parties. 3, reversing the injustice the minister is inflicting on hardworking Nigerians and apologize for such wrongs publicly. As an aside, we state here that Minister Wike appointing undertakers on the pages of newspapers as if Nigeria has no procurement process smacks of corruption. Thank you for listening.